Tai Chi. Let's chill. Okay, so just find a space in the house somewhere separate from anything else, hustle and bustle around you. Have some relaxing music. Have just switch off from everything. So your feet are hip distance apart, your knees are soft, your pelvis is tucked under. So setting the scene. Your shoulders relaxing down. Your arms are just dropped down by the side. Your wrists are relaxed and you're keeping a gap between your fingers. Everything that you need to do is slow and controlled. You do not have to rush through any of these movements. Totally switch off. We're doing part of the warm up before we go straight into the different exercises. So chi, energy, good energy, bad energy, good thoughts, bad thoughts, clearing the mind, taking away the stagnant chi. We're going to shake our hands. So we've got a good strong contact with the floor. We're grounded with the floor and just lightly shaking our hands. So waking up the chi around our body to doing part of the warm up. You're taking your hands above your body. Clap the hands together, rub the hands as you slowly draw the hands down the front of your body. Then you're creating that lovely warmth in your hands. I'm going to do that again. So good strong contact, grounding with the floor, taking your hands above your head, making that connection, that sharp connection, and then that warmth. Is using the warmth of the hands, placing your hands on your forehead, slowly tracking your hands down through the hair to the base of the skull. We're going to do that again. So placing your hands on your forehead, taking your hands over the top of the head to the base of the skull and circling here. So circling, spreading the fingers or keeping the fingers close together, just taking your time to soothe your thoughts, soothe your mind. You can take that traveling movement down the side of the neck. You can take it across the top of your shoulders if you do. Don't allow your breathing to pick up. Slow the pace, deepen your breathing. So the breath is in through your nose and out through the mouth. So really setting the scene. Taking your arms down to the side and again, just circling through the shoulders. Taking your left ear to your left shoulder and try to push your right arm down, taking hold of that arm and pulling it away. You're getting a nice stretch across the top of your shoulders. Coming up to center position, the same the opposite way. So pelvis tucked under, dropping your right ear to your right shoulder, taking hold of your left arm and pulling down. So you're trying to increase the stretch across here. You draw your head facing forward, just circle through the shoulders. Taking your hands lightly tapping through from your forehead, taking that tapping movement down to the base of the skull. We're doing that again. So tapping movement, lightly tapping from your head down to the base of the skull. So waking up those thoughts, waking up the mind, and then just dropping and circling here. So taking one hand across your tummy, the other hand, and relaxing. So you can close your eyes at this point. So you can feel the contact with the floor. The strong spreading the feet to get that strong grounding with the floor. Make sure your knees are soft. So soften your knees, pelvis tucked under, arms cradling your tummy, and shoulders relaxed. Think about a hot towel placed upon your shoulders, and with that warmth of the towel allows you to lengthen across from your ears to your tip of your shoulders. Your breathing is controlled. With every breath you take in energy and zest and motivation. And as you breathe out, take that long pursing your lips and breathing out. You're pushing away any negative thoughts. Maybe something you should be doing or something that someone said. Just pushing all those thoughts away from your body, allowing your chi, your strong energy to take control. And you to make a difference with yourself, with your action, your mind. Your breathing is controlled and slow. Your mind is calm. You're taking less pressure away from your heart. You know what? It just feels so much better. So loosen your arms, open your eyes. So scooping forward for Claire's G. So scoop forward, breath in, and breath out, push down and away. Inhale, raise those arms up nice and slow without pace, and pushing down. Again, one more time, scoop forward, push down, and raise those arms up, and slowly down. So balancing the chi. So changing the order of the exercise. Inhale, draw the arms up, drawing all that energy. And as you exhale, push it down that, push away the barriers. So balancing the energy, drawing that energy into your body with every breath in, and as you breath out, just push any negative thoughts away. It really doesn't matter, just let it go, let it go. One more time, drawing it in and exhale. I'm going to take my hands down in line with my thighs. I'm going to reach down to the floor for heavenly lift. So it's rolling forward, chin to the chest, rolling forward. Roll down as far as you feel comfortable. We haven't done anything through the back, so you might just want to go a little distance, then turning the fingers together, creating that little nest with your fingers, keeping the knees nice and soft, pushing the pelvis forward and slowly curling up. So you're drawing the hands up to shoulder height. Keep the shoulders relaxed, turn the palms over, allowing the eyes to track the fingers as they go above your head. Keep the pelvis tucked under, hold that stretch. Deep breath in, and as you breathe out, slowly lower the arms down, allowing the chin to face forward. Keeping your head facing forward and the arms floating down to the side. They're going to continue till they sit in line with your thighs. The shoulders are relaxed. Again, reaching down, trying to reach down a little bit further if you can. So rolling down. So if you come down to the waist, that's fine, whichever suits you. Try not to let the knees drop together, pushing the pelvis forward as you're slowly coming up your body. So coming to the chest, turn the palms over, reaching up nice and tall. Now we're going to open the arms out and keep the arms shoulder height and the palms are raised. Keeping that bend to the knees. Twisting through the waist, taking the arms out behind, allowing the eyes to follow the tips of the fingers as they come over and drop down. So rolling arms. Changing over hand position. Top hand reaching up and out to the side behind. Bottom hand ahead of you. So again, keep those hips facing forward. Try to draw the hands nice and close to the head as the arm comes over. Shoulders relaxed and down. That ball can be as large or as small as you wish. And if your shoulders ache, you can draw the arms round from the side. Drawing your hands into that holding position, changing over. And then again, swooping out. So the movement's coming through your middle back, not through the hips. The hips are there facing forward. So again, calmness in the movement. Floating from side to side, getting that nice stretch through the chest as you freely move from side. So don't forget, don't let the breathing pick up. So this will be my last one. Next exercise will be plowed hands in horse stance. So my arm comes around, my opposite hand on top, my shoulders are relaxed. The breath is in before you start. You exhale by traveling the arms across the front of your body. So exhale as you move, keeping those hips facing forward and allow the shoulders and the middle back to do the movement. Keep those shoulders down. So moving with the arms, not allowing the shoulders to tighten up as you do so. You've had that warm blanket that on your shoulders, that warm towel on your shoulders. So feel the warmth across the top of your shoulders, allowing those muscles to lengthen, to take away the stress, to take away the pain and tightness through your neck and through your shoulders. If you do one more. And then take it to center position. Dropping the hands down, fingertips together, shoulders relaxed and down. So lifting the ball. Taking my right arm across, your left arm, opposite arm, raising up. The arms stay nice and close to the body. So lifting the ball, lifting your mood, lifting your energy. Again, your eyes follow the tips of your fingers as you reach across. The feet can remain flat to the floor if you wish. You can raise those arms up. Again, arms are floating up and down, so no urgency in this movement. So mixture of the Qigong movements, set in a different order. Sometimes you may find it may flow a little easier. I like to mix them up. There is a set order, but this isn't the set order. So lifting the ball. Think where you'd like to place the breathing as you take the arms up and across. Make it one more time. So taking the arms up. And slowly draw the hands down, fingertips together, and just reset my stance. My stance is on a little wider, so you're in a strong sort of fighting stance. Okay, so the next exercise is separating the clouds. So the hands are loose, crossing over your body, reaching hands up nice and close to your body. Eyes tracking the tips of your fingers as you're reaching up, and then slowly as you come down. So taking the arms across your body, reaching up. Eyes following the tips of your fingers. And slowly down. So you can make it a larger movement if you want to. So you can swoop down, get that stretch through the back, crossing over your hands and reaching up and over. So the larger movement, separating the clouds, swooping down, crossing those arms up and over. So I'm going to do the static one where I'm not going to bend down. So separating those clouds, opening those arms, opening those thoughts, opening them minds. So taking the arms up, eyes tracking the tips of your fingers. So as I lower my arms down, I'm going to keep them shoulder height for flying goose. So the elbows drop down, the hands float down behind. So inhale, raise those arms up, floating to flying goose. Knees are soft, my knees are lengthened out a little. So you've got to think about lifting with the arms and not shrugging the shoulders and shortening across the top of your shoulders. Eyes are closed, even nicer. So literally feel, it's almost as though you're a puppet and you've got a puppet on the string. Someone has got the string. They're holding the string around the wrist. They're pulling up. So your arms effortlessly raise and they just float down the end. So raising up and slowly down. We're going into downwards archer. So pulling back with, there'll be my left arm, and pulling. Arms nice and close to the body, extending the arms out, center your position, drop the arms down, crossing over the hands ahead of you, pulling back and shooting. So again, try not to shrug your shoulders, keep your shoulders relaxed, extend the arms out, float down and pull back. In elbows nice and close to your body, really pull the elbow back. So arms floating up and down and pulling back. Lean across as much or as little through the legs as you wish. So lower the arms down. I'm going to raise the arms up and not go into Downwards Archer, looking at the moon. So I'm taking that twist through the waist, that rear left hand to my right shoulder, or opposite with yourself. So again, that arm's coming up and over, forming the ball ahead of you. Changing over hand positions. Top hand out behind, bottom hand to that shoulder. So again, moving through the middle back, keeping those hips fixed and facing forward. Literally floating from one move to the next. It's nice if you've got some relaxing music. You just float off. And just float through these movements. Maybe the movements or the music triggers your thoughts, and your thoughts go off on a tangent. If your thoughts are going off on a tangent, quite often with this relaxing music, it can make you feel an action more clearly with your mind. Because your movement is slow, your breathing is slow, so your thought patterns slow down and everything becomes less muddled. I'm going to do one more. Changing over and shoulders a little sore this morning. So this position here. Going into scooping the sea, touching the sky, scooping the sea. Moving your right leg forward, your left leg remains where it is, going off on an angle so you've got that L shape. Hands are nice and loose. Bending forward over that toe, reaching down, drawing the hands in towards you and then reaching up. So I've done it static without the toes raising. So I'm coming forward, that rear heel comes up if you want to without falling over, front toe up and reaching up. So different options. You can raise that front toe up, just a variation of raise that front toe up, help towards falls prevention, help to straighten through those legs. Don't allow the breathing to pick up. So scooping forward, try not to round the shoulders as you come forward. Again, your eyes are following and tracking the tips of your fingers as they come in towards your body and then back out again. So I'm doing one more, then we're going into pushing the waves. So palms in towards you and you're going to push away. With or without lifting the heels and the toes, just floating back and forth. Stay in full control of that movement. Pushing the waves. A wobble going on. Going to do one more. And then the same on the opposite leg. So scooping the sea. So swapping over. So go straight in. Make sure your feet are hip distance apart and they're not too narrow. You can make this a harder movement if your feet from front to back are longer, so it's a longer stride. So reaching up and reaching forward is a little bit more challenging because your feet are wider apart, so you haven't got such a stable base. And reaching down. Okay, one more. Into pushing the waves, so shoulders relax. Still keeping that lovely floating movement back and forth, raising the heels up and down if you wish. Keeping those arms soft. Gap between your fingers, allowing that energy to flow through with no urgency, no pace, no worries. Pushing back and forth. Okay, if you do one more. Okay, draw that front leg back, arms down to the side, little circle. Taking the right hand forward, your left hand into the side. So pushing the palms. So we're into this fixed position here. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, changing over hand positions. So inhale on the hold. And exhale as you move. And inhale on that hold. And exhale. One more time. And taking the arms down, circle the shoulders. Again, reset the stance. A little tap forward with your toes, one and then the other. So marching with bouncing ball. So little toes forward, keeping your hips nice and square. So start to raise the foot off the floor, if you wish. Then hold on to something if you need to. Try to keep your weight central as much as you can as you slowly lift and lower. Now we're looking at opposite hand, opposite leg. Floating up, so don't allow that breathing to pick up. Allow that breathing to stay constant, static and strong. Really keep your feet hip distance apart as you move and place that foot down. Keep that foot underneath your hips, underneath your knees. My foot is turning out a little. So coming straight up. Do one more each side. In fact, this time I'm going to hold that up. So see if you can hold it up. Do you feel a little bit of wibbly wobbling going on through that ankle? See if you can hold it, breathe. Don't hold your breath as you hold that movement. And then slowly lower down. Try the opposite side. You will have one better side. So hold it up. So feel the movement, maybe a little wibbly wobbling through the legs, through the ankles. She says. And slowly lower down when you're ready. So balancing the chi. Breath in. And slowly out. So short sort of rebalancing your day. Maybe you've had a busy day and you thought, you know what, I just need time to relax. I need time for yourself. So rather than sticking the kettle on and having another sort of a dose of caffeine, you've had a dose of endorphins, feel good hormones, done something positive, something easily done, just switching off, taking time yourself. So inhale and exhale. Bring the arms round, give them a little shake. And that is just a little way of switching off, and taking time for yourself, just sort of resetting that stress button. You're just switching off totally. I hope you're well. I hope you've enjoyed it, and see you all again soon, hopefully outside.